it's your girl T, and I'm back with another video, y'all. So in today's video, I am following a pattern, okay? And the pattern is by Lynn's Handmade. I will leave the link in the description box below. But before we get into all of that, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by the channel. Please consider liking the video, leaving me a comment because I do answer every single one of them. And please, 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 if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button for me. For the returning members and subscribers, welcome back, family. Welcome back, y'all. So, this particular pattern, I actually watched the tutorial provided, as well as watched a few other tutorials, and I also read over, well, not read over, I actually read the pattern, but I'm still going to try and follow the pattern in its entirety. Hey, Miss D, welcome in, y'all. So I actually read the pattern this time, y'all, okay? So I don't remember it in its entirety. So I do have the pattern beside me, and we're just gonna work this thing out. I have done the prep work because, baby, listen, being prepared is part of sewing, okay? And y'all, this tape right here that I'm using, I'll be sure to leave a link in the description box for this tape, because baby, this double-sided tape here, it don't play, okay? It do not play. And I love that, because some of that double-sided tape that you get is hard to sew through. It's hard to you know, like reposition and stuff when you need it. So yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna catch y'all up to speed so far on what we got going on, so that way when we jump into this, you guys will know where we are. I have pre-recorded the video for where I did a cutting of this particular pattern, and I showed you guys what the interfacing was, but I did interface it off camera. So far what we have right here is our beautiful what do you call this, adjustable slide with these accents on it. OMG, super cute. I see 12 of y'all watching. Can y'all please smash that like button for me? Give me a thumbs up. Thank y'all. So we have this right here. Stitching, not too bad. Looks pretty good, you know, for still learning. However, so we have done that. We've interfaced our pieces. We're adding double-sided tape. I went ahead and I sewed down our, she calls them wings, right? So I sewed those down. I went ahead, it was 4 of these D-ring connectors, but you get 2 of them together. So I went ahead and I top stitched them, and baby, can y'all look at that? Okay, not too bad. Your girl is coming through. Okay, so here's like our back main body panel right here. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay in frame. I'm on the phone. And then we have this out of our seam allowance. I probably could have went up a little higher with this, and I probably will move it just because I want to make sure that it's totally out of the seam allowance. And this is the interior that we are using. This is waterproof canvas, and it is in the color purple. Hey Emma, thank you. Welcome to the channel. And we have done this right here. We went ahead. Now, I will tell you guys what you should do. I didn't do it, but what you should do is when you come around here, you want to go up. You want to come back down the same line of stitching, come around, go up this line of stitching, come back down, and finish going around. I Yes, our color purple. Thank you. So, now on these pockets, the only measurement that I really measured was right here. And this is supposed to be for like a chapstick right here. Okay, the rest of these, I didn't really care. I kind of wanted a bigger pocket, uh, you know, a smaller size to the bigger one, and then we have our chapstick lining right here. So it's nothing fantastic about the lining part. I have already started right here. So I've top stitched. I've added our bottom zipper on. I have our gussets fused as well. So everything's pretty much cut out and fused. So the step that we are on right now is we are getting ready to add our zipper up here. So let me put you guys down because I am on the phone. So let me put you guys down so you can see this part. And then I will move you over to the sewing machine. I got stuff all over the floor, baby, because it's been a sewing thing in here. Oh, and the thing that I want you to know about your wings is you must mirror these, because when you sew these together, you're going to be sewing the right sides together. Okay, so that is something that you are going to be aware of. Okay, so here we are. I've put my double-sided tape on the liner, on the main liner and the exterior. If y'all can hear Oreo snoring, I apologize in advance. Okay, all right, so moving right along, I've put the double-sided tape on the bottom of the, let me figure out where we at. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So, bottom edge, we've done that. Okay. So now, we're getting ready to, this is the front bottom exterior, and it is right side up. Shows the front exterior with the adhesive right side down. So that's going to be just like this, okay? Just like this. This is how we're getting ready to lay this down. So most double-sided tape that I have encountered, it's been a hot mess, and you don't want to lay it, you want to lay it right next to your zipper, but not really on the zipper, okay? So kind of just edge to edge, really close as you can, and just line it up. And that looks pretty good to me. Okay. All right, now what we're going to do is take our exterior, flip the panel over, and we're going to repeat that process. Okay, we're going to flip the panel over and we're going to repeat the process. I'm going to take this tape off, and right side down, I'm just going to line it up. So right sides, I'm just trying to make sure I line this up right. So right side should be together. Exterior to exterior. Hold on, y'all. That don't look right. Wait a minute. Oh, it's on the other side. No, that's right. Let's make sure we got this right. Bottom exterior. So this is the front exterior. The adhesive side, right side down, along the flip it over and do the lining. Okay, so that's the same, but I need to make sure. See, I got it up here. We need to make sure it's on that zipper. So that's the only thing. Just make sure when you're lining up your pieces that you're lining them up together. So you're making a zipper sandwich, so to speak. Okay, so that should look like this. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit my zipper just a little bit with a little bit of a of the lighter because we don't want this to fray. Okay. So after we do this, we're gonna go ahead and so basically what you should have is exteriors together on the front, and on the back you should have your lining side. Hold on. For some odd reason, it still don't look right to me because when I top stitch this, wait a minute, y'all. Oh, let me do it this way. I don't know. The pattern is saying, I just got to double check this because I know what the pattern is saying, but that doesn't look right. Because when I did this, if you look right here, because it should be the same exact way. So let's take this off. So when I put this zipper on, oh, I think I know. Oh, I think I know. Because I did put it right side down. So yeah, this should be right. It should be. It better be because that's what the pattern say. We ain't gonna second guess ourselves. We just gonna go with the pattern. Okay? So that's that part on the bottom. And then let's turn this part over. Wait a minute, is this right? Nope, the top part should be up. Oh, yikes, y'all. I put the tape on the wrong side. Ooh. I was like, see? That comes from learning. From when you're sewing, you'll learn. So the bottom side is actually what I need to take this off and actually put it up top. See? Gotta read. Let's take this tape off. Let me grab my and things like this you'll learn to be able to catch. And it's not the pattern, it's me. It's me. Alright, so because when you lay this down on the zipper, oh, let me get the sticky tape off my hand. Because it's right side up. So when you do this, the top part should be down. Let's take that off. So essentially when you do it, it should be upside down. And that's not the way I had it. See? So that's what it was. Baby. Got it. See? All right, let's take the tape off of this part. I'm wasting this tape, by the way. I'm definitely wasting it. But, hey, we live and we learn. And just to show y'all how sticky this tape is, it's just that sticky. Oh, yeah, you know I'll get it straight, Miss D. It might take me a second, but we got it now. Okay, so our bottom's right side up, our bottom edge is going to be this way. Ooh, I'm gonna have to take an alcohol wipe and wipe that part down, but we ain't gonna worry about that right now. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna put this up here while we put this tape down here. So, and it's okay to read your pattern a couple of times, okay? It's a-okay. Because at the end of the day, you are, you know, materials cost money. So you want to make sure that you understand the assignment, okay? And that's on period, poo. All right. Get this out of the way. Sorry if my big old arm is in the way. Oops. And I'm just trying to lay it as close to the bottom edge as I can without going over. Okay? If you go over, no big deal. Just kind of cut that edge of the tape off and move on with your life. Okay, here we go. So, boom. Taking that off. Baby, that other tape I got, it would never come off this easy, okay? It would never. All right, so let's grab this back. You're going to go right side down. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Shoot. Y'all weren't supposed to hear that. I still put it upside down. This tape needs to come even though. Even, Steven. I love that this tape is sticky, but I don't love that when I'm trying to, sorry, I know I'm out of frame, but I'm trying to get this tape on here to lay straight. Right across the top. It is repositional though, so that's the good thing. All right, let's try that again. Let me add just a little bit more. I'm gonna show y'all the difference. This is that cheap stuff right here. This is the cheap tape right here, so you'll notice that it's not going to pull off as easy. Now, if I mash, warm it up, yeah, it'll probably, yep, it did it because I said it. Okay, so, anywho, here we go. Line it up. And you want to make sure that you are edge to edge. And then what I would do is put a little clip right there. And as you're going along your zipper sandwich, for lack of better terms, but that's what it's called in sewing, okay? So this little piece is going to be a little bit over, and that's okay because we have our exterior that is going to take care of that. So we're not going to worry about that. All right, so here we go. Let's just reposition across that top as best as we can. Sorry if my arm is in the way, bear with me. I promise I'm gonna let you see. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add this little piece back down this way. Okay, and then we're gonna repeat that process. Okay, so right here it didn't quite line up where I wanted it to, so I'm just gonna reposition it because it's going to be imperative that you get this zipper, everything lined up. Okay, all right, here we go. So now what we're gonna do, now if you actually cut your centers like you're supposed to, you can start with your centers, lining them up, and then work your way out. But I didn't really mark the centers. I cut mine on the machine, so D Major 404, you on your way out of here, buddy. In fact, let me go ahead and it's always one idiot somewhere, but I got time today, okay? So I'll entertain you. All right. So anywho, that's how we should be looking. Now we're getting ready to sew this. On our zipper piece. Now, y'all, it's a hot mess, okay? All right, let me bring y'all up some. It's always a troll on this good old Sunday, but I got time today, so I'll entertain you. But it ain't gonna be. I promise you, you're not gonna like the entertainment. Okay? All right. So, anywho, you are going to, I think the seam allowance. Let me check what the seam allowance is going to be. So you want to make sure that you have your seam allowance for all of your pieces correct, because it could affect your project. Okay, so make sure that you are paying attention to each part of the seam allowance. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead. My needle seems a little off, but we're gonna roll with it. Now I do have this up. I did turn the machine up just a little bit, but just make sure oh snap, that's not catching. That's not catching. So we want to get our little scissors. Let me just, I'm going to come down just a little bit more away from that. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll roll with that one. I think that looks better. And I'll just pluck that top piece out, little piece out right there. I got the, yeah, that's what we're looking for. I'm trying to hold it as much as possible, but if y'all know, y'all already, if y'all been here before, then y'all already know I can't sew straight. But hey, we're getting better. And part of that is because I do have the machine up like I'm a pro, which I am not. So let's turn that down. All right, boom. Okay. I am using Tex Weight 45 thread from I think this is from 𝐂𝐿𝐓. Yep, Tex Weight 45 thread from 𝐂𝐿𝐓. It is domestic friendly. You use Tex Weight 70 in domestic machines. All right, y'all, so all I'm gonna do is right here is that first line of stitching that we couldn't seem to get together. We're just gonna go ahead and take that out, but probably need to take it out from the front. Let me see if I can't see it from the front. Let's see here. And it's okay to use your seam ripple. Don't be afraid. That's what they make these for. I can't quite get that out. Oh, you can't see it anyway, so it'll be fine. Cool, 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 cool. All right, so what we wanted was our exterior. We're gonna take this and we're gonna do it like this. So you're gonna fold it, match your seams up, okay? And you wanna pin it or clip it or whatever your method is. Let me cut these little threads right here off. Don't leave any threads. Okay. Clip these together. And then you just want to kind of line everything up. And what we're going to do is we're going to top stitch this. And then we're going to sew, not sew. We're going to kind of baste it all together all the way around. And that's just so when we go to put this together, it won't. Ooh, I got to pull this down just a little bit more. And did I miss something? I did. So, in checking your, yep, right there. Okay. So, in checking your zipper and stuff, if you missed anything, now is the time to fix it. So, I can see that right here, it slipped off or didn't go as it should. So I'm just going to baste across that because that's going to be important. Making sure everything's together. I know you'll want to see your project come together. At least I do. I be wanting to see that project come together, but baby, you got to slow down, okay? You got to slow down. And sometimes that'll mean going to catch it from the other side. And that's fine too. Okay? Boom. Oh, yes, honey. That's what we're looking for, okay? That's what we're looking for. All right. So, anywho, back to making this bad boy line up. And you'll want to roll those seams out, okay? Remember, you have foam in here, but your foam is out of your seam allowance, though. So, it should be fine. Now, you'll see right here. So, when I go to, I got to make sure I catch that top stitch real good. Right here, my tape did not. So, let's take the tape off right here. Y'all. You can't play with your, you can't play with your pieces, okay? For some odd reason, it just does not want to catch right there. Let's back stitch a little bit to ensure. Because, baby, it don't want to catch right there, but we're going to make it catch. Because what it's not going to do is play with our intelligence. Did any of y'all packages show up yet? I forgot to check the tracking on it. Oh, Lord, y'all. Okay. I think we got it that time. At least I hope we got it that time. Okay. I think we got it that time. So we're going to just kind of open these, press these seams, so to speak. Roll them together. Clip these ends. And this is a faux leather, and this faux leather came from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you guys. If you choose to buy it, it is an affiliate link. If you purchase it using my affiliate link, thank you in advance. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back over. We got to adjust our stitches and make sure. Oops. Let's raise that back up. Okay. And you'll see me kind of push this just a little bit to get it started. If you have a hump jumper, you'll see right here that this is still not caught, but I'll catch it right here in the top stitch. So I'll be okay with that for right now. So me pushing it a little bit is sort of my hump jumper. Now, I am, because of where that double-sided tape is, I am basically sewing through that. If your machine can handle it, cool. If it can't, use a lighter weight material, right? Uh-oh. Now, I see that I'm off track. So, by me being off track, what I'm going to do... Oh, yeah, I can cut this that part right there off. Cool. Because it's not stitched in. So, I can cut that excess off right there. And it'll be fine. Don't worry. And then we're just going to... You put it back in the same last line of stitching that you ended in. And, baby, just keep on trucking, okay? Like nothing ever happened. And you don't really want to sew in your zipper. You want to make sure that you are sewing on the faux leather. And my faux leather, remember, I've gotten it sticky as well because I have we're gonna slow this down just a little bit. Let me take off some more thread. I'm using a bigger thing of thread, spool of thread, so I just kind of have it, sorry, I just kind of have it sitting off to the side. Oops. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to top stitch all the way around this bad boy, okay? All the way around it. And then I'll cut all this excess tape off, and I'll cut this little edge right there off, okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to start from the bottom. So I'm going to put clips back here, and I'm going to put clips back here, just making sure that everything is sewed down. So when we come to the corner, because all we're going to do is kind of baste this. Actually, I'm not going to start on that rounded edge because that would be just a disaster. Try and find you a straight edge, okay? And then you want to, I'm going to do it at, I'm going to baste this together. So basting is basically a longer stitch length, okay? That pretty much will never be seen, so to speak. And what I should have done, actually, let's baste this from the back. Oh yeah, let's baste this from the back. Where did I put the, oh, here it is. And the reason I'm saying let's baste it from the back, because it won't be as visible, okay? It won't be as visible. And I just increased the stitch length to about 3.5. Oh yeah, that's coming out. I love that for us. Ah, yay, I love that for us. Okay. And shout out to all 20 of y'all in here hanging out. Please make sure you hit that like button. Thank y'all for stopping by. If you're new here, please make sure to smash that subscribe button. Leave me a comment, or if you have a question, don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section, because baby, I talk back, okay? I talk back. All right, let's go ahead and start that from over here. Let me actually decrease that just a little bit. All right. But we want to go a little closer to the edge, because all you want to do is just baste this, okay? There we go. And I'm going to back stitch just a hair, nothing major, okay? And let's go. So now we're on track. If you have to stop, that's okay, okay? My sewing machine, yes, I kind of have it, I just sped it up just a little bit. I'll slow the machine up and down, and it's just based on my skill level and the comfort of me with the machine. You don't want to have your machine all extra high and then you're messing up your stitches and stuff, okay? Now, I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to slow it down because I'm coming around a curve, and I want to make sure that on this curve, I am getting all my stitches in, okay? And I can tell you right now, okay, here we go. And I'm going to back stitch just a few right there. And then I'm going to come on up. Now, I am going to put my zipper pull on before I go any further. And before I stitch up the top, we're going to put a name tag on this. okay? And I'll show you guys how to do that. So I'll stop my line of stitching. Actually, I'm gonna turn it and come back down. Nope, I need to go up one more stitch. So we'll stop it, back stitch. Yep, and we're right in the line of stitching, almost. No, girl, you gotta go up one more. It's kind of, all right, boom. Now we're in the line of stitching. I try to, when you're top stitching or, you know, basting things, if you've already, uh-oh, sorry, y'all, I hit the machine. Now you'll see I'm struggling a little bit right here. So I'm just gonna lift it up and kind of move it up. And then I'll go back later and hand crank to catch that stitching. So far, all is well. It's looking pretty good. And that's one thing about sewing. By the time you finish the final product, the only stitches that are going to be seen is on the exterior. So just try to make sure, you know, that you hanging in there with your exterior stitching. And we're just gonna we'll come all the way down, and then we're gonna come back around, okay? And oops, I'm a little out of my stitches. I'm gonna try to speed it up, and as I'm speeding it up, I'm holding it because I want to guide it. I don't want the machine to tell me where it's trying to go. Okay? I want the machine to go where I want it to go. Okay? And then we're just gonna come on around, and we're gonna meet right back up where we started from. And that's important when sewing. You wanna, wherever you started, that's where you wanna end up. Okay? And just go around, walk it. Okay? And then I'm gonna back stitch. And then I'm gonna turn this, and I'm gonna come right back to that line of stitching where I started. Back stitch, boom. Okay? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I have just that first stitch that we started out with that we're gonna take out right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pull that out. And then we're gonna cut these stitches here. And if you need to, and I advise you to, give it a little heat. Uh-oh. And what I mean by a little heat, girl, is just like this. You want to singe those stitches, okay? Cinch the edge. All right. And if you missed anything, like I did right here on this edge, we're gonna go back to this corner. Find our line of stitching. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. Find our line of stitching. Drop the needle. And if you notice, I'm right back where I ended. Okay? Now, I'm going to okay. All right. If you have any excess hangover, now is the time to go ahead and fix that. Let's go ahead. Let me grab my scissors, and we're going to cut this excess off from right there. Remove this tape. Welcome in, everybody. So all I'm doing is just kind of, I'm not cutting my stitches, and I'm not cutting my zipper tape. You don't want to cut those two things. Okay. All right, let me get another pair of scissors, because those are a wee bit too big. And I'm going to kind of have to bring that out of frame just a bit. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to hit this with the lighter. Anytime you make any cuts, you want to do that. All right, so this is what we have. Ooh, I can cut this down just a little bit more, but I can always do that after I'm done. Yep, as well. But I can see it. Hold on. Okay. All right. Ooh. I got a little right here. Let's see. I just saw it. I just saw it. Or maybe it was just in the front. Okay, maybe I'm bugging. All right. No, I'm not bugging. There it is. Let's open this part. Yep, right here. It's right before you sew it. That's why I always say, check, 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 check. It's nothing wrong with it, I promise. And what I actually did was I cut it a little bit. So I'm just gonna go close to that zipper tape as I can. Okay. All right, that should do it for us. And it did. Okay, cool beans. All right, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab a tag, and you'll need your zipper tape remover. Let's see, I don't know which one. Oops, not that one. Oops, not that one. Let's see, and not that one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, I wish I could just sew one on, y'all. Because if I put one of these on, I think that might just throw. We'll go with it. I don't know. What y'all think? Should we go with it? Or should we sew a black one on? Let me know in the comments. Sew a black one on or go with the one right there, which is silver. Now the black one is will be a sewable tag. It won't be ooh, I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? I can't put it. I could put it. I don't know. Which one will we go with? Should we put a black one on here or roll with this? I don't know. Let's just go with this for the sake of time. Okay, we'll go with this one for the sake of time. Now, what you want to do is you should be measuring this. I'm just going to eyeball it, okay? Normally, you want to measure this. So, I'm just going to open this up. They're kind of tough. Okay. And ooh. Let me mark this. Let me mark on this vinyl real quick, y'all. So just so we can see it, because I don't want to make a cut and then we can't see, because that'll be bad. That will be bad. I'm just going to use this air erasing marker, pen, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So I made 2. I can see the marks. I don't know if you guys can see them, but let's see. And you don't want to go up further than you need, okay? You just don't. Make sure your wording is on correct before you put yep, right there. Okay. And I'm going through the foam that I have on the back as well. My stabilizer. I am going through my stabilizer as well. Okay. What I'm not going through is my purple liner. Okay. So now that you have this, you're going to fold it down. I don't think we need to, oh, y'all, I forgot to put the, I forgot to put the wash on. I was wondering why that went down so easy. I was going to say, ooh, it never did that before. Girl, put the wash on. Okay. Now, but it still went down pretty easy, so I'll take it. All right, so we have that. Now what I'm going to do is I have this what do you call this stuff? Adhesive, self-sticking adhesive, something like that. And all I'm gonna do, yep, looks good. You could put painter's tape, you could put hockey tape, foam, this fusible. You can put fusible fleece, this self-adhesive stuff right here. So there's a number of different things that you can use, okay? So don't let nobody tell you what you can't use, all right? All right, so where's our little scissors? Because we have a thread we need to cut off. Then we're going to put our zipper on. And then we're going to sew all around the top of this, okay? And then we'll be finished with that part. And we're going to move on, guys. All right, so my zipper pull is right up. I just had the daggone zipper pull. There they go. There they go. Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to, I'm going to put this on from the right side. Okay. And if you don't know how to put a zipper pull on, just you're going to pull it apart. Come on, pumpkin. Unzip it, you know, not a lot, but put the zipper teeth in evenly. If you can. Sometimes I can get these almost immediately, while other times, like now, it's a struggle. Okay. All right, so if you're new around here too, just know you will get a lot of shenanigans over here, but we learn, we have fun. All right, y'all, I gotta take it out of frame because I gotta be able to see. Otherwise, my dog don't hush. Do it not like this zipper pull or what? I'm gonna need for it to like it though, because oh Jesus. And that's what it does. You get one side in and then the other side comes up, off, whatever you want to call it. Okay, y'all. Hold, please. This is craziness. Wait a minute. It just might not like that zipper pull. Let's get another one here. Let me see what color. Oh. Let's try this. And this is number 5 zipper tape, so I don't know. It's one of them things. Let me hit it with a little bit of fire. A little bit of fire, y'all. All right, so let me try this one. So again, just gonna pull it apart. Not a whole lot. About there went the pull. There went the zipper pull, y'all. Okay, so I got it on that side. Let's see if I can get this side in. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We officially have one side in. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of push down on it. And yay, but it's not even. So I got to take it off on this side. And we're going to try it again. Oh, mercy. And I may end up just pulling the whole thing apart because it's not sewed together yet. I know y'all can't see. Bear with me. Hold on. This is the most challenging part. The zipper. Okay, I got that part in. Let's bring the zipper up. And let's make these two. Let me bring this down some. All right, right there should be even. Notice I said should. Should and is two different things. That is not even at all. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm gonna take it apart and we're gonna line our zippers up. Or we're gonna line our zipper, yeah, pieces, panels, all of the things. This is just something in sewing. It happens. Well, you can't get the zipper pull. And we know that the zipper is even because we cut it even. Let's bring this down some more. And the key to making the zippers even is they have to have, okay, boom. That's about as even as we gonna get it. Yeah, that's about as even as I'm gonna get it, okay? All right, so now what I'll do is I will start and I'll cut that excess off is what I'll do. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna carry on. Yep. But whoops. Girl. I be talking to myself, y'all. Like, girl, you ain't where you need to be. And ain't. Okay. Now, all I'm doing is I'm pulling this lining as I'm coming around as much as I can to meet the top. I'm on a straight edge so I can speed it up. When I come back around to the curve, we're going to do what when we get to a curve, y'all? We're going to slow our machine down unless we are an absolute professional, okay? You're an absolute professional, baby. By all means, let her rip, okay? I'm going to pause it right here. And I'm going to slide my... Actually, let me see how much closer I can get. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. And I'm going to slide the zipper back. And actually, there we go. I can line that zipper up. Boom. Okay. So now these are nylon zipper teeth, okay? These are nylon. You can go across these, but you still want to be careful, okay? You do still want to be careful. And I'm just holding it going across because I want it to stay okay. So that's going to be my stop there. And I'll be able to cut that excess off. So we have a little stop there. And actually, I kind of need to go. Let me go across it this way too. All right. Nah. I ain't gonna go across it again. I'm gonna wait till I sew it back up around. All right, so that's sewn around. Now we're gonna go back in the line of stitching right here. And this is what I was trying to do on the other side. Okay, so now we know that our zipper is sealed right there. Okay, and it's not going to go anywhere. And usually what you can do is make your zipper a little longer than you need. All right, so that's our front zipper panel. We are moving on. Yay. Okay, we're moving on to the next part. All right, so I'm gonna lay that off to the side. That will now be referred to as the main body panel. So I've already put my zipper on. We're good there. Now on the main body panel, before we put it completely away, you want to have it front side up. Make sure this is right. So the liners this is the front main body side. You want Oh, okay, okay. So is this what I'm seeing? And we're gonna have to cut down, of course, and that's okay. Gotta make sure this is correct. Oh, right sides of the liners are together. So that's like this. So you're going to clip this together. I need a bigger piece. I should have brought my zipper in closer. But what I'm going to do is, let me see. Yeah, I'll just have to cut it down a good bit. Okay. So that's why I say seam allowance, seam allowance, seam allowance, seam allowance. All right, now take the main body liner with the mesh pocket and lay it right sides together. Oh, okay, okay. So, wait a minute. Wait. I think this goes like this. And then you should have this one. I dropped the clip somewhere. There we go. And then we have this one. Wait a minute, y'all. This part is a little confusing. All right. Oh, yeah. This, baby, this definitely got to be trimmed for sure. Okay. So, main body panel, right side up. I got that part correct. Front side up on top. Main body liner. Right side up. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is, because this is like entirely too small, right? Yeah, that's way too small. What we're going to do, and I think this one is, okay, so this is what we're about to do. We're going to grab our main body liner, which is this piece right here, okay? Whoops, sorry y'all. I was moving y'all around. All right, what we're about to do is we're going to grab this liner, the purple liner that we're using, and we gotta grab another piece of mesh. I was gonna cut it, but I like that size, so let me see what I put the right here. I would use the Cricut, but we're gonna thug it out by hand, okay? We gonna thug it out by hand. So we need what, 3 of these? No, we need 2 more of these. So we just gonna go ahead, lay it down. Uh-oh. There we go. We're gonna lay it down like so. Jesus. There we go. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get y'all where y'all can see. Okay. Something like that. You might not be able to see all the way, but hey, we're here. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to take a chalk pencil, pen, marker, what have you, and I'm going to go around it. Sure would help if I knew how to draw correctly, trace correctly, all of the things. Oops. And it's just a rough sketch. If it's too big, fine. You rather it too big than too small, because you can cut down, you can't add, right? Oh, girl. All right, that's my curve. Okay. So, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to cut around this. And I'm going to put that one off to the side because we need one more. Y'all, it's so much sewing stuff. But all stuff you need. Okay? And we're going to repeat that same process. Trace out our outer, and y'all see why I stress that the seam allowance is important. So somewhere I took a bigger seam allowance, or I either took a smaller seam allowance, but nope, it's too small, so I took a bigger seam allowance. So I like this little chalk marker, but baby, you make too much nerves. Okay, so that's the second one that we need for that. Again, we're just going to take our scissors and we're going to cut around it. It's going to be bigger, and that's fine for now, because we'll cut around to our exact size momentarily. Okay, so the issue happened with basically with that top panel. That's where the problem lies at. Okay, so now that we have that, let's roll this up, kind of put it right here, and we're gonna cut us a piece of mesh. Not that one, that's gonna be too small. And what you're gonna do, Lord have mercy. Actually, let's cut our piece out first. Let's cut our piece out first, and then we'll be able to cut us a piece of mesh pocket, because we're gonna have to resew. We're gonna redo our mesh pocket so that it fits on our piece that we're cutting out now. Now these curves probably won't be as sharp as the ones that you originally saw, because that was cut out not by hand. It was cut out by the machine. Don't throw your scraps away. Save them for another project. Okay? So, now when we look at bingo, okay? It's still a little bit too big, but once you sew it, you can cut it down. That's what we're looking for, okay? So let's go ahead and cut our other one out, and we'll hopefully try taking the right seam allowance this time. So it's okay if it's too tall, because remember, you can take off, you just can't add, right? So that's where all right, there we go. Okay, and I'll just set that right there. And I could cut that down a little bit more, but we'll wait. And boom. Okay, so yep, still a little bit too big, but that's okay. That's what we want. Too big, we can cut down. Cool. Now let's get us that mesh panel back out, because we're gonna have to recut us a piece of mesh, and it's only gonna go around down by the bottom, and you want it to go up a little bit, so about right. Let me look at the other one. You want it to go about right here. So let me get a little marker. Let me get a little marking tool. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this piece of mesh right here. And it's going to help me know where I need to cut at. Okay, so it might be a little bit too big, but again, too big is okay. You can cut off. You can't add on, right? All right, I think I got what we need. So let's come across here. And I can leave a link in the description box for this mesh. You could try using one off a bag from one of those Dollar Tree laundry bags. You could try that. Will it work? I don't know. All right, but you could try it. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna fold our mesh back up. You want to keep your mesh stored in its container, or you know, somewhere where it's nice and neat. I'm just going to put it back in here because I don't want any holes or anything to get in it. Now I'm going to lay this piece out, and I for sure cut it too long. Let's even this part up. Guys, sewing is not a is not a see the results fast project. Okay, it's just not. All right, so what we're going to do is actually I'm gonna bring and I'm gonna let it hang over a little bit on both sides, and that's so when I go to cut, yeah, I think that's gonna be good right there. Cool, 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 cool. Bring it down just because you want it about right here. Somewhere along in here is where the pattern had it, and I'm okay with that. Cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a piece of what you call this right here, photo over elastic, okay? And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this down. I'm not going to stretch this photo over elastic. I'm not going to stretch that's too big. I'm not going to stretch the photo over elastic because we want it to lay. So you just want to pick it up. You just want it to be even. You're probably going to have some that you're going to have to cut off in excess, but that's okay. And you'll see that I'm just picking it up and I'm just laying it on there, guys. I'm not pulling on it at all. Okay? It has a natural fold already in it, so it'll lay. Right? It'll lay. Once you lay it in there, oops. And I'm just gonna clip all the way down. Okay? Clip all the way down. And like I said, I already know we're gonna have excess that we're gonna cut off the top and the bottom, and the side and the bottom and the top. a little. Maybe. Okay? And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to snip right there. Okay? And I'm going to put that back. All right. So let's go back over to our machine. Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay. Boom. I apologize. All right. Here we go. Okay. So let's add another clip right here. And anywhere you kind of have a wide gap, just go ahead and add a clip. It'll save you drama in the long run, okay? And you just kind of want to top stitch this. Oops. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab my stiletto because I don't know how this thing going to act. It did okay. It did okay this morning, but it didn't do okay, if that makes sense. And you don't want the stiletto to hit your needle. Okay, so I can already tell you right now, it's acting. So I'll come back and catch that part. All right, there it is. It's rolling now. Okay, and then just use my stiletto to keep it down. And you're just kind of doing like you're stitching it down. And you'll want to do this real slow, okay? Welcome in, everybody. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please consider hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button. All of the things. If you have a comment. Oh, girl. You're supposed to be putting this on straight, Bookie. All right. Okay. Just kind of slide those clips up. Again, I'm still not pulling it. Watch this stiletto point because, baby, it's sharp. I done stuck myself with it more times than I can count. And she hurt. And you probably really want to be closer to the edge, but right now it's doing what it wants to do, so we're going to let it do what it want to do. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank y'all for coming by. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. All right, now what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna make sure that that is in there. Huh? Oh. He talking to the doggy. All right. And I'm just gonna back stitch right here. We're past where we need to be. Cut this off. Oh, Jesus. I just knocked my thread down. Okay. Ooh. Girl. I got a whole mess with the thread, Lord. Okay. Let me move these out of the way, because that's what's causing my drama. All right. I'm going to wrap this up just a little bit, because we got too much thread. We won't need all of that down right now. And you don't want to waste your thread. Okay? Okay, boom. So now that we got that, ooh, it top stitch kind of, okay, there we go. We can straighten it out. All right, so that's what we have right there, right? I'm not gonna cut the end off yet. All I'm gonna do is line this up. And like so, okay? Like so. I'm gonna put a clip here. And I'm gonna put a clip here. Okay? And what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to come around, trying to get back into the line of stitching where I was. Boom. All right, and all we're gonna do is go nice and slow and top stitch, well, not top stitch, but kind of base this on nice and slow. Okay, you don't want to stretch it, you don't want to pull it, you don't want to do any of the things. Okay, all right, coming around a curve. My machine is still walking, so we're good. The machine is turning. As I'm turning, it's stitching. So we're gonna be fine, okay? And hopefully this time I will remember when I stitch this on. I'm gonna go up either side, come back down. Again, hopefully I'll remember that. All right. I'm loving our strap. The way the pattern designer did the strap with the accents. Oh my goodness. She deserves an Oscar, okay? All right, I gotta pull off some thread, so I'm gonna stop the machine for just a second. And I'm just still walking it around to the best of my ability. I'm holding it in place, but I'm not pulling on it, okay? Holding it in place, but I'm not pulling on it. That is key, okay? Now, this mesh pocket, you can do this mesh pocket as far as size any way you want to, right? Because you'll be using the pockets. So you don't necessarily, in other words, what I'm saying is you don't necessarily have to do it like the pattern designer has it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to just kind of gauge this. And about right there. Should be fine. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down and this should be big enough for a chapstick, okay? It should be. I'm just guesstimating. Again, I could pull out a ruler, but y'all don't want to see me do that. Because, baby, I'll be there the next Christmas, okay? Next Christmas. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my pressure foot. I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to come back up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through the same line of stitching that I've already went through, right? And I'm going to make my next line. So I'm in there, raise my pressure foot. I always call it a pressure foot, but it's called a pressure foot, okay? All right, so here we go. And I'm just going to come back down. And we're in that same line of stitching we already went in. Right about where I think I want my next line to be, I'm just going to go straight down, turn it, repeat that process. Well, we're not quite in that same line of stitching, but that's okay too. We were there and then somehow we got off track. Okay, so I want my next line to be here. I'm gonna raise my pressure foot, and is that where we want that to be? Oops, I think we got off track a little bit right there. No. Let's come back a little bit. Let's come back down a little bit more. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. Little bit bigger. Please hit that like button on your way in. Thank you. All right, now, uh-oh, girl. Oops. Okay. Raise the pressure foot. And I'm going to come down. And this is where I'm going to start my line, my second line of stitching, so to speak. And I'm going to raise this up just a little faster. Okay. I'm going to raise that pressure foot. And then I'm just going to come straight on back around. Same line of stitching. And I'm going to come back across the top. Hope we stay lined up for the most part. Looking good. Looking good. And it's something about right here. It likes to get off track, but that's okay. This is a bound bag. If you don't know what a bound bag is, that means you're going to be using binding. Okay, that's going to be good. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we have something along the lines of here. This right here, let me see if I can open this up just a little bit and get those pieces right there in. I probably can't. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I got those back in. I'm just going to quickly clip right here and go ahead and get these tacked down, that mesh tacked down right there. I'm going to go outside of my original line of stitching just because I want to make sure I get those pieces tacked down in there. So any changes, anything that needs to be tacked down, and I think, let's see. Oops, I put a little fold in it. I put a little fold in it by accident, but hey. Ooh, wait a minute. I sewed this one together. Didn't want to do that. All right, let's take that out. Well, if I can get it. If not, I'll just take it out later. There we go. There we go. And see what your seam ripper can do for you? It's just taking out that line of stitching that I just put in there, because that actually sewed our pocket together. I should have turned it the same way that I sewed it down, but I didn't. How y'all doing today? Y'all working on anything? Y'all can talk to me, because I talk back. All right, let's see where we are. All right, cool. So I'm on the correct line of stitching. I just wanted to make sure I'm not unloosening something we need, because that would be bad. And in this material, it's waterproof canvas, so you can pretty much see your stitches really well. And you'll see I just moved that when I pulled it back through from the other side. Okay, and now we're back right there. So if I were to do this, it technically needed to be way down here. And I don't think I can get that close. So, anywho, we got, oh girl, you sewed all the pocket. Nope, I sewed the middle pocket together too. Jesus. All right, let's take that section out right here. This whole line right here. So we sewed our pocket together by accident. Things happen, right? It'll be okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm finding those line of stitches. I'm popping them. And they're going to come right out as we just did before. This happens. It's sewing. There's OGs out there that still sew stuff together, sew stuff wrong. It happens. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But in a memento, we will have 3 functional pockets. And then, oh Lord, come on. Now what I'm doing here is pulling stitches through the back. That would be how you normally would tie off threads, but we're not tying these off. I'm pulling them through so I can clip them and get us where we need to be a little bit faster. All right, we got 3 stitches left to pull. And boom. All right, let's get those out of there. Now these right here, cut those. I don't know what it is. Every pair of scissors I pick up today have been trash. Okay. Now, there we go. This is what we want. We got our 3 functional pockets. Cool beans. Moving right along, right? We're going to grab our scissors. Jesus. Okay. We're going to grab our scissors. We're going to start off on the side, and we're just going to trim around the pocket, because we're taking off that excess of the mesh lining that we have. And guess what we don't want to do? We don't want to cut our stitches, so stay away from your stitches. I would not trim the excess off the pocket though until you go ahead and put it up against your So this is what we have right here. Functional pockets. All right. Let's cut this off. Let's grab our other two pieces over here. And let's see if we can get back on track. Okay? So, the pattern designer says, let's see what she says. She says, the completed front main body pocket. That's these people right here. Front side up. That's these people. On top of a main body liner also. So, right sides, I'm assuming, should be together. Yep, right side should be together. Okay, so as we can see, we have excess. And I'm okay with that. Because we're going to cut that down. So that's cool. You can have your excess, but you don't want it to be too short. Right? Got it. Boom. All right, so now that we have that part figured out. So your right sides are together. Attach your main body liners to the main body. All right, so now what we're going to do is, it says to clip and trim what's too, if it's too tall. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to handle that now. Okay, we're going to handle that now. Because remember when we just went back to recut this, we already knew that we were going to be too big. So bear with me just a second. I know I'm out of frame, but bear with me, okay? So I can see to cut this. And child, I'm trying to cut this by hand. Who told me to do such a thing? I don't know who told me to cut anything by hand, y'all. Can y'all cut straight? I can't. I'm going to keep it all the way 1000 with you. But we'll get through it, okay? And all I'm cutting is the purple. I'm not cutting anything else, okay? So let me just kind of lay this. Like so. And hopefully I'll meet back up at this line right there. Okay. So something, Jesus, something like this right here. If I can get this little piece to act right. Okay, so we have that part. Now what we're going to do, the main body piece with the mesh. Okay, so that's this piece right here we just did. Right sides together, okay. Uh-oh. All right, so you should have, and we'll probably have to clip, cut this one down too, and that's okay. Remember, you can take off, you can add on. So, let's go ahead and we'll even that up to the best of our ability. Okay. All right, so when I look at this, this looks completely crazy and foreign to me. My battery on my phone, no. I really only wanted to get this part right here done. So if I make it through this part with y'all, showing y'all how to line these pieces up right here, cut our excess off, baby, we'll be making good progress, okay? Good progress. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, so when you look at it, this is what you end up with. Wait a minute, the back, okay, the back main body. Where's our back main body piece? Oh, it's over here. Let me get our back main body piece. Hold on. Oh, that's this one. No, not that one. Oh, here. It has the foam on it. Okay. It has the foam on it. Oops, sorry. All right. So our back, yeah, we're going to have to cut this down majorly. Now it says take them. So it says right. What minute is that? Wrong side. So that would be this way. And then you're gonna clip it in place. So what I'm looking at is this piece. Hold on. These two are, no, this is right. This goes this way. You have to really read and pay attention to understand. So this one should be under here. Nope. It should be like this. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. And then you're gonna yep, right sides together. Ah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, and then you're gonna clip all of this together. Now, if you're on a domestic machine, you definitely want to slow your machine all the way down, okay? It's not an option. Slow it down so that your stitches and your pieces will line up correctly and you don't have to cut so much off. So this is what your sandwich should consist of, okay? This is what your sandwich should consist of in your layers like so. All right, so that is the target spot where I wanted to get with you guys at today on this, and we made it there. Thankfully, took us a minute, but we got there. So we will reconvene and talk about this when it is all said and done. So I'm gonna come to you guys and say, hey y'all. So we got our thread caught up. We got our mesh pocket done. Okay. We got our back lining and it's fused. We got this lining. And then we got our main body liner done. We got our name tag on. So it's looking good. Now, I know y'all couldn't really see earlier, but this is, look how, I mean, like, I'm just kind of put it on this way. Look at this. Look at this adjustable strap. Like, I mean, talk to me, okay? So, as you can see, I'm moving the strap. That's what makes it adjustable, okay? You could wear this as a, when it's done, you can wear it as a sling, or you could wear it around your waist, right? Of course, you're going to need to tighten it up to your waist size. And you could put the loops through your pants, right? If you were to make this for a child, you would just have to measure that child's waist, okay? So that's how you do that. But if you want to know what the pattern designer tells you to cut them at, make sure you buy the pattern. I'll leave the link in the description box below. And yeah, y'all. So we have all of that done. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Until next time, peace, be blessed, stay crafty. I'm your girl T, and I'm out. One God, one love. Peace, y'all.